Hi everyone, today you can see I have a pile of stencils in front of me. I've gone through my stash and I'm looking to see what I can do with these. I'm going to double stencil some of them. I'm going to use a bunch of texture paste. I have clear and opaque. The clear is gloss. And I'm also going to be using some ink. I'm going to stick to these 4 colors here from Gina K. I also have some white opaque pigment ink. And then I also have some colored paste. This is similar to the Lunar paste that they have now, but this is something I've had for a while, and so we're going to use it. So let me clear this over here, and we will get started with the first one. First one I want to do is a pink and mane, and this one is called Warped Stencil. And you can see, I'll put it on my pink, that it's circles, but it's all warped toward the center, and I thought that would be fun. So first thing I'm going to do is I've cut a bunch of panels that are 4 by 6. I figured that I can use later on cards. So first I'm going to take the gray, and this is soft stone. Alright, so we have our soft stone, and I am just going to ink this up. And I'm going to very lightly start in the middle. And I am going to go around in swirls. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge. So I'm going to take the Passionate Pink, and I'm just going to hold this down. I'm going to grab my brush, I'm going to load up the Passionate Pink, and I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to make like a circle here. Darker in the middle, lighter as we go to the outside. Let's see, I'm going to come to here. Oop. And a little bit more down here. And that's probably good. So now I'm going to take my art liner, and this is the 0.05. And I'm just going to outline a few of these. There we go. I think we'll leave it like that. So now I'm going to need to wipe this off. Now we will line this back up again. Now I don't want to do the last row here. And I'm not going to do the top row here. Oh, that's off a little bit. I'm not going to worry about that smudge on the bottom for now. That should be good. So now we'll take some of the clear gloss And I will need my trowel, which these you can get in the craft store. This flexible one, which I really like, actually came from the cake decorating department. You can also use, if you have one, a large scraper from Cricut, because that will go across the whole thing all at once. So this looks white when you put it on, but it absolutely is clear once you let it dry. And this is what I used on this card here. You can see it's just shiny. Definitely gets clear. So we're going to put some of this on. And this is water-based. So if you use this with a water reactive ink, you might get some smearing. And what will happen with this is your paste may get colored. You only have to watch that if you're going to scrape it back into your jar. Make sure you're not putting colored paste back into your jar. So I'm just going to take my scraper and go all the way across the top here. Spot here that's not smooth. Here we go. I think there's something in it. There we go. Alright, we'll put that on. Pull the tape off. Oh, that pulled a little bit of the paper off. I'm not crazy about that paper. Alright, so this is very opaque now, and we'll put this aside and let this dry. Alright, so this time around I'm going to stencil these circles from Crafter's Companion, and then I'm going to use opaque colored paste on the top with these butterflies. So I think for underneath, I'll grab another panel. Let's tape this down. So the colored paste I have green, I have blue, and I have red. Let's make the butterflies the red color. And then underneath, we'll do Blue Lagoon, a light coat of Blue Lagoon. How about that? Because this comes out very shiny. It comes out like this. It does take a while to dry. It takes a lot longer than regular textured paste. I did this last night, and it wasn't until this morning it was completely dry. And this one I put the colored textured paste, what they call it, metallic wax, down first, and then I inked over it this morning. So that's how shiny it will be. So let's start off with putting some of the Blue Lagoon down. All right, there's that. All right. Now we will take the butterflies. And this was called just Beautiful Butterflies. And I think I'm going to put the butterflies at an angle because it will fit under the panel. And I am doing this on a non-slick mat. Keep it from sliding around a little bit less. So now I will need my spatula again. Now this is called wax, but it is a water-based product. And I'm not really sure why it was only released in the United States. Now I'm left wondering if I took the blue and the red, would I end up with the purple? You know what? Let's find out. These are water-based. You should be able to mix these. So let's see. Take some red. I use this to scoop some out. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, it's not any good, we won't use it. All right, where's my scraper? I'll scrape this down once. Get all the extra off. All right, now got here. Ooh, all right. Let's put that to the side and let that dry. We'll see what color purple we get when it's dry. All right, so I let this dry overnight, and I really like the shine that it has, and I do like the shade of purple that it came out. Let's see if we can see it in here. There we go. So yeah, so now it's all set to make on a card. So this was 4 by 6. So I cut this to a 1/4 of an inch bigger. So 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And I have this piece of vellum. I have some lightweight vellum here that I want to use because I really don't want to cover up a lot of this. And I have these swish sentiments. This one says thinking of you. So I think I'm going to put that one here. And then we'll fold the ends under so we'll be able to glue it. We won't have to worry about the adhesive showing. But I think I want to put a little bit of pink in this. Hoping I don't regret this. I'll go really light at first. I just want to get rid of a little bit of this stark whiteness that's on here. All right, I'm going to stop. Let's see. So now we will take our vellum, I'll go over it with the anti-static brush I have. Now I know we're going to cut some of this off because this stamp is wider than my card is, so I'm not too concerned about where we put it. That should be good. I'm going to use the opaque pigment ink Twilight Gray, and I'm going to go over it with a metallic embossing powder. I just don't like to emboss with clear because I'm never thoroughly convinced that I got it all. At least this way I can see that I got it all. All right, that looks good. Now this is the Pink and Main Platinum Ring embossing powder. It looks really dull when you put it on, but once you emboss it, it's very shiny and kind of cool looking. All right, there's that. All right. You hold this really close. You can see how shiny that is. It's a really nice embossing powder. Decide where we want to put it. So I was thinking off-centered a little bit. Let's see. It still is getting a little lost. All right, let me try something else. Be right back. All right, let's see what this looks like. I cut a little strip that was 4 inches across, but it's not, it's only a 1/2 inch wide instead of 3/4. Let's see what that does. Oh, I like that. Yep, that's what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to, let's see, easiest way to do this. So I think we will first glue down the white piece of paper to here, and then we'll put the vellum over the top of it. That way we don't have to worry about our adhesive. Let's see, how far up do we want to put this? Thinking about here. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, so on top of the butterfly right there. All right. Now I'm throwing things across the room. All right, so we'll line this up about here. All right. Now we'll put some glue on this side and some glue on this side. This is going to go on here. Right in the middle. I have to just look at the center there and not the wording because it goes up and down so much. Now this will go on the gray. And then this will go on the 5x7 card blank. Okay, and I'm thinking maybe a couple gems. Oh, I think these blue ones will work. And these are the lemon twist enamel dots from Pink and Main. And I know I've showed these before. I like these because they're so much flatter. So what do you think? I think I'll put 3 here and 3 here. There we go. Nice simple little thinking of you card with the pretty background. So there is background number 1. All right, well here's the other one we did. Now when we look at this one, we can see that the paste is now completely clear and shiny. You can see where I outlined some of them. And the color didn't run or anything. It stayed right there, so that was really good. So this one's definitely going to have to be trimmed down. So let's trim it down and see what size we end up with, and then I'll go from there. All right, so let's see what we have now. Try and decide if I want to cut off the palest outside here. I think I do. So now we should have a square, right? 3 3/4. Yep. All right, so now that makes it easy. Yeah, that looks better. All right, so if this is 3 3/4, I want to have a thin black mat around it, I think. And this paper, this is textured and this side is flat. I think for this I want it to be the flat. All right, so that is 3 3/4. So I'm going to go another 1/8. Make sure I'm all straight here. That should give me, yeah, that looks good. So we have that. And I also have this gray and this pink. I was trying to decide if I wanted to do 2 layers or just 1. But since we did cut it down so much, maybe I will put some gray and then the pink. All right, so that was there. I'm going to go 1/4 inch more for this one. That will bring me to 4 1/8. That looks good. All right, so do we want to put this on a square card Here, I have this. It says friend. Let's see. Actually, I have two friends in here. This one is much smaller. Let's see. So that's all there. They say for a special friend, and there's a friend reaches for your hand and touches your heart. A friend difficult to leave and impossible to forget. It's a gift you give to yourself. A truly great friend. Maybe for a special. Oh, I'm thinking like this. Oh, this is coming together. I think like that. And we want to put the pink underneath. All right, so I'm going to go 4 3/4. Make sure that's all straight. By 6 3/4. Friend will be in the middle. All right, let me cut friend out. All right, well, here's white. Yep, I think the white. All right, let's glue that down, and I'm going to put that on foam. Will be here. This will be here. This will be, I think, like this. We can see this line here and this line here. There we go. So now I just need to stamp those two words. I will need this to line it up. I'm going to put this on here crooked. And I'm just going to use the Gina K ink again, like I like to use. These are acrylic stamps. So make sure I don't mash them. So we'll go lightly. All right, let's glue all the rest of this together. The only other question is, do I want to put a little black around the edge here? I think I do. There we go. A truly great friend is hard to find. I think it's still missing something though. Let's see. I think it needs gems. All right, that's better. This will dry clear. Just mop some of it off. Then I think maybe some sparkle. Now, what card doesn't look better with a little sparkle on it? There you go. That's better. And we have to glue the eye down. There we go. I think that's better. So there we have it. So that was the one with the clear texture paste, and we colored underneath, and then we outlined some of them, and we let that dry overnight. So there you go. So there's that one, and here's the butterfly one. So here's 2 done, making panels, and I think I have probably about a dozen more panels that I sat and did that night that I've been letting dry, and so we'll be seeing them in the next coming few days. So I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, stay crafty.